rock, be careful.
In its last few miles to the sea, the River Spey becomes untamed. It cuts new channels, it deposits boulders, gravel, and lots of tree debris, and it winds its way down, the channel changing from year to year. Our swim and subsequent boat rescue all happened on and just after this bend. My colleague Paul is out in the lead and he's already around the bend, and I'm bringing up the back of the group. With an area of shallow water on the inside of the bend, water and the route is pushed to the outside. Then there's a line of rocks coming out from the right hand bank and almost closing the gap, and below, on the river left, a whole line of willow bushes sticking out into the main current. So here's the line through it. The boat's going to be pushed over to the right, but as you pull round the bend, you've got to get the boat back across to the left to avoid the rocks, through the gap there, but then got to pull right again. Swung round the bend, but now they're being very passive and not making the move back left, even though Paul had shouted instructions. And here goes the consequence. It's been left too late. And there's the line of rocks.
There's a rock, be careful.
Having made the mistake, Joey does exactly right. He's not messing around, he's left the boat, which we told him to do, and he's heading straight for the bank. Really aggressive swimming, quick roll, and he's there, and he's safe. Meanwhile, the canoe and Jake continue downstream. Jake becomes aware that he's above the trees, Paul shouts to him as well, and he makes a big effort and swims out into the main river and clear the bushes. I've seen Jake swim clear, Paul's down there and other people. Now my attention goes back upstream and a second boat has hit the rocks but stayed upright. And now my attention stays totally on them until they're clear, in case something happens as a wrap.
Get the other side of that tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey is fine, and so I tell him to go on down this bank until he's below the blockages and he can rejoin his boat and Paul. Now a quick ferry to rejoin the others and to see exactly what's happening below. Now I make a mistake, because although I've checked and everyone is safe, I can see every single person, I've presumed that the boat is washed downstream and Paul has got it to the bank on river left. In which case, in my head, it's much easier now to take Jake, take him across the river, and what I don't notice is the boat is actually in the bushes. In fairness to myself, well, I've got to have a good excuse. The boat is heavy now, and I want to make sure I've got the turn, and I've got to make sure that I get that crossing really easily.
It's under the tree, is it? Oh, bloody hell.
It's only now the rest of the story unfolds. Paul had made sure that Jake was clear, the first priority, and then had grabbed the boat to try and pull it clear of the bushes, or enough clear that it would wash through. But in doing so, he ended up going through the outermost branches, and quite rightly thought he'd get away with that. But there was one just a little bit thicker than the others. It tripped him, and he ended up swimming. But Paul's very proficient. He knew exactly what to do, grabbed his swim line from the back of the boat, and was quickly on the shore and sorting. He'd made sure that Jake was safe, but his attempt to get the boat clear had failed. So now I head back upstream to get a better view. From here everything becomes much clearer. When I look across, I can see the canoe hidden in the bushes, and it's pointing along the line of the current, so it's not broadside, which is great. And below that bush, and before the next bush, there's actually an eddy. So a plan is beginning to form in my head. Access from the far bank is really difficult. It's very overgrown. Somebody's going to have to be trying to wade through the bush. Not particularly happy with that. But I'm convinced there's enough room in that eddy for my canoe. If I can get in there, I can better assess what's going on. Maybe I can attach a rope to the canoe that's being rescued, get the rope back to this bank for a pull. But the first key is get in that eddy. A quick chat with Paul just to make sure we both understand the plan, what I'm going to attempt. So there's the canoe in the bushes, and just downstream of it, well, there's the current, but just beyond that, the eddy. Not a lot of room in there. I can push forward into the bush, grab the branches, and heave myself up. Paul has just moved himself up so he can easily see what I'm doing and be in position for any assistance or rescue needed. So the canoe to be rescued is there on my left, but to my right and further up in the bushes is one of the paddles, and I can't reach it with my hand. Unfortunately, it's stuck with the T-grip in a V notch, but we'll deal with that later. So I'm clipping my throw bag to the capsize canoe, meanwhile holding on with my right hand to the bush to keep myself tight up against it. A really awkward position to throw from, but I could get it far enough out for Paul to grab and then canoe it back to the far bank.
When you've got the rope over there, you do not do anything, because you will put me at risk.
Paul had paddled the rope across, and I'd now joined him. It'd gone from the canoe, which is in the bush there, but a loop of it had caught in the bush that was just below. Now we had to hope that it wouldn't actually stick there and we could pull it clear.
Rope is caught in this tree and I'm like that. Can you I just want to get this rope out of that tree, because otherwise the canoe's just going to go to... Let me get out of it. What I think we'll do, what I think might happen is once it comes clear of that tree, the tension's going to go on the boat, and if the boat moves, we need to pull this just through. We're not moving our feet, we're just going to pull.
Hand over hand.
Hand over hand to get the boat clear of the second tree where the rope currently is, okay? Yep. So let's free the rope now, let's pull. Okay. Yes, good. Yes. Alright, we can chill a little bit now. Well done, Jack. Chill, 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 chill. Well done, fellas. That worked well. Good team effort.
Well done. Oh, yeah. Right.
I see.
Boat now empty. I'm going to tow it down to Joey and Jake, who are down there on the left bank on the gravel. I've taken the yellow painter, passed it through the back seat, brought it past me, taken a single turn around the thwart, and then put my knee on it so I can release it with ease, or if something goes wrong it's going to release itself.
That's right. That's the only one I've got on first.
For watching. Please press the like button, comments are always useful, and you can subscribe by pressing the icon in the bottom right hand corner. Thank you.